If you're looking to buy some coins for FIFA 15 Ultimate Team, be sure to check out FIFACoinstock.com, a cheap, fast, and 100% reliable place to buy your coins. Use discount code ChrisMD at checkout to get 5% off all your orders. Hello guys, it's Chris here, and welcome back to my Sunday League season. Now, this is under 16 football, so this was about 3.5 years ago now, so the quality has managed to drop even lower. Now, in this season, I wasn't really at my peak form. I mean, this was probably my worst season in terms of getting goals and assists in my football career. Can I call it that? And if you're looking out for who I am in this, look out for number 9. I think that's the number I had throughout the majority of the season, so we were literally playing the false 9. An easy way to spot me would probably be looking for the kid who looks a bit like a hobbit in the center of the pitch. Like, there was 2 seasons. This is one of them, and the one before it that you haven't seen yet. But everyone just grew, and I didn't. So some of the people I was playing against were literally twice my height. Like, you think I'm joking? To be fair, though, we've probably had the best team that we sort of had compared to everyone else this season. So the quality isn't that bad. Also, I should point out that we played in yellow most of the time, but we're quite often the white team as well. Because that was our away kit, so it's quite an important point to clarify. But obviously, I'm not going to show you just, you know, normal, boring goals that we scored. I'm going to show you clips like this.
Have it.
Here we've got some questionable defending from a corner. I mean, like, even we would be proud of this. And again, this season, we basically just abused pace. Like, we just had quick strikers, so it was just over-the-top through ball every time. And I think we get a celebration here as well. There you go. Always a bit risky, though, sort of tempting a 2-footer later in the game. Fairly sure we've got some pretty low standard goal. Moving back to my point about pace abuse, you can see here how far ahead of our forward that defender is. It was pretty easy in midfield. Like, I just knew whenever I played a through ball, as long as the keeper didn't get it, their defenders weren't going to get the ball. Oh, hello. We've got number 9 peeling off the last line of defenders here. And I was so proud of this through ball. Like, it was perfect weight, perfect timing, and brilliant. Here is one of our decent goals that we scored this season. Like, you know, I'll put in any good goals that we score as well, obviously. And as I said, pace abuse, but nice one too. And yeah, decent finish. So we were actually quite good on the attack. It's just defending corners and things, not so much. Contender for miss of the season here. You know, I have to put these in. And fair play to him. He has cleared that by some way. Right, so that was me playing the through ball to our striker. You know, everything's going well. Decent move. And I think I then got up to support the attack. Yep. Pulled back to me. Didn't quite get hold of the shot. Let's put it like that. This was literally one of those games where just nothing goes for you, though. That's me playing a through ball again. Hits the post. And our left winger, I think, puts the ball back into the box here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't need to have a look at this clip. Oh, yeah. This clip. Right. Let's just stop the play as I'm playing this part. So you can see which striker it's going to. And also, you can see where their last defender is. He was actually given us offside. And you can see there he's about 3 or 4 at least meters onside there. I should probably point out that their linesman was one of their players. This was the team as well that we had our sort of rivalry with each season. You know, in junior football, it's not so much about the history of the club. It's more about who plays for who. And this team had literally the loudest, like, supporters of parents you've ever seen. So much so that they became known as the Cop. I mean, there were less few in numbers, but they made up for it with the amount of times they shouted at the ref. To give you an example, you've probably noticed there isn't that many people at each one of our games. And they actually scored in the last minute against us in this game, which was painful. And on to one of the best clips of the season. You don't see this too often. This clip kind of sums it up, though. I don't think I've ever played in a game before where our players and the opposition parents start shouting abuse at each other. Interesting positioning from our keeper here. Controversial whether he had it covered or not. I feel like this is in danger of turning into me just moaning at bad refereeing decisions. But, like, this one, right, look at this tackle. How is that not a free kick? I'm not sure you can get the man any more clearly than that. And then they play a through ball and, well, that's not a foul either then. They got a penalty and scored, but you don't need to see that. Moving on to one of the worst tackles I think I've ever seen in a game I've played in. So their centre-back, or Nigel de Jong, puts in like a chest height. Like, that would genuinely have decapitated me. The thing about Sunday leagues, there's always quite a range of ability. So when this guy, like, picks the ball up, keeps it away from a few of our players, nice bit of play, lays it off to his centre-back, who probably passes it to our centre-forward. Like, it's literally, you have one job. We then take the ball, go up the pitch, and put it in the back of the net. I mean, you don't like to point fingers, but not much happens in this clip. But, like, look at this flick. You know, 1-2 sets the attack off. I needed to share that with you. As I've said before, I don't like to be Gary Neville, but the keeper probably could have done a bit better. Here's me on the wing. I think this was a pretty well-worked goal, if I remember. And it goes into one of our forwards, who crosses it, and good finish from their centre-back. Literally, my finishing this season was just abysmal. Every chance I had, it without fail went over the bar. I genuinely do need to get Busquets on the back of my Barca shirt. Like, that would fit me so much better than Messi or Neymar. Looking through these clips, I'm remembering there was a part of the season where, like, I kept playing through balls to people, and the fact that I didn't get many assists was partially down to people just missing them again and again. That's all I did pretty much this season, like, just play through balls and just splitting the defense open time after time. But this one was actually given as handball. You know, he's what, half a meter away when that ball's kicked at him. Like, would you get a penalty for that? So they disallowed that goal. They then kicked the ball up. It was headed back. I played a through ball and we scored. Oh, I love this clip. Look at this turn. It's Iniesta. I get too confident after the shout on the sidelines, though, and then just pass it to them. Here's another example of a through ball I played, and yeah, nice. Well, there's that kind of a 1-2. But yeah, it was like almost deliberate at times. You know, it's probably time to call it a day when their centre-back starts rouletting past you. Moving on to probably the best defended corner I've seen on the internet. We gave away so many penalties this year. Like, our decision-making probably could have been a bit better. Moving on to another away game. I'm still not sure how this goal was legal. Like, I've never seen a keeper flattened that impressively. Now, we were actually in quite a good division this season, so we were actually playing against some decent footballers. Like, well, for Sunday League standard, you know, sort of shows that when this guy goes past three of us and puts it in the top corner, like, cheers. Okay, here we go. Right, this was my first goal of the season. Yes, I am claiming this. Tried to chip it over the keeper. Oh, that is just brilliant defending all around. Moving on to another Sergio Busquets assist that I was talking about in the last one. But, you know, they all count. Oh, more through balls that, were missed. Oh, followed shortly by another one. Like, these weren't great well, no, they kind of, like, I don't know. It wasn't my fault that I wasn't getting assists most of the time, is what I'm trying to get at here. And then when it wasn't me playing the through ball, that's when our strikers would calmly take the ball around the keeper and put it into the back of the net every time. As I said, literally every shot over the bar. Looking back at this, I did actually have quite a few chances. I was just a bit rubbish at finishing, really. Like, there's another one. Oh, here we go. Andres Iniesta picks the ball up inside the box and lays it off to one of our strikers, and I would have been proud of that one. This is just a quality few seconds of play. Like, the most scabby attempt at a skill move I've ever seen. Somehow manages to nutmeg him, followed by one of the most cynical attempts at a foul I think I've ever seen. Then one of our players volleys it off the post, and I'm following up. A bit unnecessary to put it that far in the top corner. And then it's given us offside. I'm sorry. Again, let's pause it when the ball was played, and take a look at where their last defenders are. Right, if you look at where I am, I'm next to the defender who's next to me, not to mention the one on the other side of the pitch, and the one who's about 2 or 3 meters behind me towards the goal line as well, and that's offside. This is why you need to bring, like, a helpful parent to every game, otherwise their manager ends up doing the line. This was a goal we scored in the 90th minute to make it 2-2, I think, against a team that was, like, quite close to us in the division, so it was quite important. Good awareness from me as well to spot the guy, the back post. Assist. I mean, when we talk about brave defenders, you know, our squad just abundant. Now, back to another one of my classy goals. Bit of a fake shot there, and rockets it into the back of the net. I'm still trying to work out how that went in. This was such a jammy goal. It came off the guy's back in the end. I'm still not convinced it was over the line when our centre-back decided to make sure. Quality bit of play this. We've got a tackle that Claude Makelele would be proud of, and then that skill move, just sit down. You can probably tell that the nutmegs were starting to get on our nerves by this stage, and our centre-back goes in with excessive force. Bit of afters there as well, but I kept that in because, you know, it's another through ball from me, and yeah, what a surprise. On to the final clip I have from this season, and Johan Cruyff, are you watching? Yes, that did just happen. So that's going to be it for this season. I know it was a bit short, not much happened really. And I should just point out again that I'm not putting these on here to, you know, boast or anything. Like, this is just for everyone to laugh at, really. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Check out the last season if you missed it. I've still got 6 or 7 of these, like, on camera as well, so I'm going to be bringing these out every month or so we've still got quite a few to go. But subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more of my videos. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you later.